The Philadelphia Eagles are Super Bowl champions once again, and while Jalen Hurts took home the trophy, GM Howie Roseman is the real MVP.
I mean, he always doing his thing for sure. He is.
How's it going today? My name is Jesse McNamara, and welcome to Point of View, where we bring you the most interesting perspective on the sports world 3 times a week: Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. I'm talking the stories you won't get anywhere else, so don't miss an episode. Trust me, you'll want to be a part of this conversation. So drop a comment like this one, and while you're at it, hit that subscribe button right now and ring the notification bell so you're always in the know. To today's topic, should Jalen Hurts have handed his MVP trophy to Howie Roseman after their clobbering of the Chiefs on Sunday? It would be an unprecedented move, but it would be 100% deserved. Because after all, I know it made sense to give it to the QB after that performance, but it seemed like any QB could have had that kind of day when every single Eagle that stepped on the field played their role exceptionally well. And when that's the case, I think it's only right to give praise to the man who put the team together, and that's none other than Mr. Roseman himself. This isn't anything new to him. He's made countless moves over the years that have put Philadelphia on the trajectory they're riding right now. And it really goes all the way back to the hiring of Doug Peterson during the era in 2016 and 2017. He put together a Super Bowl winning team that had Carson Wentz looking like an MVP, and when he went down, they were still able to get the job done with Nick Foles. Peterson got a lot of credit when that happened, but judging from his last stint with the Jags, he may have got too much credit when more of it should have gone to Roseman. And once Peterson was out the door, Roseman selected Nick Sirianni to be his predecessor, and that's led to 2 Super Bowl appearances in 4 years and their second Lombardi trophy in the last decade. And I don't think we should forget the pressure Roseman was under to fire Sirianni last offseason and even through the first month of this season. The Eagles completely crumbled to end last season and started this season 2-2. But again, to Roseman's credit, he pulled all the right strings and always backed up Sirianni in his pressers while not remaining complacent with where the team was at. Here's Roseman in his first presser after the Eagles' playoff loss to the Bucs last season.
I think the important thing for us to look at is before the stretch, which was a difficult stretch, not diminishing the 1-6 stretch at the end. We were 26-5 over the last 31 games. I mean, that's 4 times the amount of games that we played over this stretch. That is hard to do in the National Football League. That is hard to find a head coach in this league who has that record of success. I think we were 33-11 up until that point with Nick. We made the playoffs 3 straight years again. Not okay finishing 1-6, so I'm not sitting up here saying that, but it is hard to find somebody who can do those sort of things. And I think as we go forward, doing this together in a way that continues to get the best possible people we can on and off the field, for me, that's my job to try to make sure that we have that on the field, and my group is as strong as we possibly can get, and I know Nick's committed to that in his group.
Yeah, Sirianni has to love having a boss like that. Roseman didn't crumble under the pressure of fans and media to get rid of him and start all over, but instead made the necessary changes throughout the team. And boy, did he ever put on a masterclass. It started with hiring 9 new coaches, including both the offensive and defensive coordinators. But of course, the headliner of the revamped group was Saquon Barkley, who, as JJ Watt pointed out on X, immediately became the face of the franchise after serving in the same role for the division rival Giants. That looks like an obvious move now, but at the time, there was a ton of questions around his health and if paying a running back was worth all that cash. Well, no one's questioning that now. But beyond that, he put together an offensive line that became both the tallest and heaviest unit to ever start in a Super Bowl, and that clearly played a huge factor in both Barkley's success and Jalen Hurts, as he had all day to throw against the Chiefs and scored the Eagles' first touchdown with their patented tush push. And on the other side of the ball, I think Howie did his best work. I mean, Zach Bond was brought on in a 1-year deal with experience as a pass rusher, and he was able to make big play after big play as a linebacker throughout the season, including his interception of Patrick Mahomes on Sunday. But that wouldn't have been possible without the Eagles' elite pass rush that could apply pressure while only bringing 4 rushers. At any given time, someone on that line could have a big game, and in the Super Bowl, it was Eagles 2018 draft pick Josh Sweat who recorded 2.5 sacks on Mahomes. And I can't leave out the Eagles secondary that featured 2 rookies in Quinyon Mitchell and Cooper DeJean. Mitchell was among the best corners in the NFL all season, and DeJean had possibly the biggest play of the Super Bowl with his pick 6 in the first half. All of these guys are with Philadelphia because of Howie Roseman, and the owner, Jeff Lurie, recognized his importance in a press conference a week before the game. Here's what he had to say when asked how Roseman has evolved since 2016.
True for probably a lot of general managers. Experience and a sense of self-analysis, humility, and the ability to understand on every single either hit or mistake, what are the reasons? And, in our culture and the way we organize things, and Howie is at the forefront of this, it's really a multiple factored analysis with every player, every draft, every decision.
Okay, that was a bit of a word salad, but the point remains that Roseman is at the forefront of all the decisions the team makes, and it's resulted in a winning culture and 2 Lombardi trophies in 8 seasons. So while Hurts was deserving of the MVP, I think the award belongs with Mr. Roseman. He's the architect of this historic team, and he deserves his flowers just as much, if not more, than any single player. And I mentioned that Roseman got some flack for the Barkley signing, but we always knew that was one of the best pickups of the offseason. For more on that, check out this past episode of Point of View. And the moment you've been waiting for, here's the answer to today's trivia question. We appreciate you tuning in. We will see you in the next one.